You're watching South Asia Newsline, and here are the top stories we're tracking for you on Monday, the 14th of August. Heavy rainfall triggers deadly landslides in India's Himachal Pradesh. Pakistani military convoy escorting Chinese nationals attacked in Balochistan. And prolonged drought deepens Afghanistan's humanitarian crisis. And now for all the details. Torrential rains in India's Himachal Pradesh state over the past weekend triggered landslides which have killed more than 20 people and dozens were feared trapped. In one such deadly incident, a temple collapsed in the hill town of Shimla, killing more than 8 people on Monday. The death toll was likely to rise as rescue workers searched for more survivors. Chief Minister Sukhwinder Singh Sukhu visited the spot and assured all possible efforts to save lives. Schools and other educational institutes were ordered to close and people in danger were being moved to safety in shelters, officials said.
यहाँ पर कहने को आप देखेंगे तो यहाँ पर शायद बादल फटा है जिसके कारण रेलवे ट्रैक समरील की पूरी सड़क नीचे आ चुकी है। इस बिल्डिंग के नीचे 20 से 25 लोगों के दबे होने की आशंका है। ये बेसिकली शिव का मंदिर है जो 150 साल के करीब पुराना है। बहुत अधिक जानमाल का नुकसान हो चुका है। तकरीबन 4 लाशें हम अभी तक निकाल चुके हैं।
Meanwhile, a cloudburst in Solan district resulted in deaths of 7 people of a family, while a mother and a child were killed in the Mandi district when their house collapsed. Heavy rains and landslides in Himachal Pradesh had earlier damaged farms, destroyed roads, power lines and infrastructure worth $550 million and killed more than 80 since the monsoon season began in June. Well, a Pakistani intruder was shot dead by India's border security force personnel while he was attempting to cross the border in Pathankot area in the early hours of Monday. The BSF in a statement said despite repeated warnings, the intruder persisted in advancing towards the border fencing, prompting the BSF to take action. This comes a day ahead of India's 77th Independence Day, when security forces get more vigilant to counter any possible threats. On Monday, security remained tight in all major cities and border areas. India has long accused Pakistan aids terrorists to mount attacks on Indian soil. Islamabad, however, denies the charge.
सिर्फ लाल किले में जैसा कि मैंने बताया हमने वहाँ सीसीटीवी कैमरास तो हमारे हैं ही। इस बार वो एआई एनेबल्ड हैं और ऑफ कोर्स फेशियल रिकॉग्निशन है, एंटी ड्रोन सिस्टम्स हैं, एयर डिफेंस है, मोर्चास लगे हुए हैं, हर एक चेक पॉइंट के ऊपर मोर्चा है।
Meanwhile, a Pakistani military convoy escorting Chinese nationals to a construction project in Balochistan province came under attack by a separatist group on Sunday. In a statement, BLA, the Balochistan Liberation Army, which claimed the attack, said it inflicted multiple casualties during the ambush. However, the Chinese consulate in Karachi and Pakistan's military communication wing refuted the claims. The BLA and other guerrilla fighting groups active in the region have targeted Chinese interest in recent years as they accuse Pakistan, along with China, of exploiting the province's natural resources under the garb of CPEC, the China-Pakistan Economic Corridor project. And prolonged drought across Afghanistan has taken a toll on its farmers as the natural calamity has shrunk their incomes and has also impacted the country's economy. A report.
The persistent drought across Afghanistan due to climate change is severely affecting farmers, leading to reduced yields and impacting the country's overall economy. 55-year-old farmer Abdul Ahad in Baloch province used to plant at least 3 wheat crops a year, but in the last 3 years he has only been able to grow 1. He said his income has shrunk, which has forced his family to cut back on food beyond essentials like bread and fruit. With a sharp reduction this year in humanitarian aid, the level of development assistance to help with the problem has also been limited.
اولا 5 سال 30 سال پیش از همین زمین ما 4000 سر 5000 سر گندم میگیریم. این سال 35 سر گندم گرفتم از هفته خرما. 35 سر. 50 قنار کا گرفتیم، یکینم هزار قنار کا میگرفتیم 5 سال 30 سال پیش. هاو بود، دایرا بود، چشمه بود، چاهاو داشت باحال بود. این سال هیچ چیز نه.
Since seizing power in 2021, water resources and the struggles of agriculture are one of Taliban's top challenges. The UN World Food Programme says 15.3 million people are facing acute food insecurity in the country of nearly 42 million people.
Moving on, Nepal's Prime Minister Pushkamal Dahal on Monday reshuffled his cabinet after C.K. Raut-led Janamat Party joined the coalition government for the second time. The regional party, whose leader Anita Devi Saha was sworn as Minister of Federal Affairs, had earlier quit the Dahal administration, expressing dissatisfaction with the Prime Minister over the ministerial position. However, it had not withdrawn its support for the government. PM Dahal, who assumed office for the third time in December last year, has so far shuffled his cabinet 11 times to accommodate members from the multi-party alliance supporting his government. And tens of thousands of people thronged India's southern Kerala state to witness the 69th edition of the famous Nehru Trophy boat race this past weekend. A total of 72 boats, including 19 snake boats, participated in the race to compete for the coveted trophy. Snake boats are traditional to the region and are called so for their long canoe-style shape. The event is named after the first Prime Minister of India, Jawaharlal Nehru.
Well, we don't know much about the different boats, but we think it's really interesting to see it, and the sportsmen are really giving their best, so it's great to see. We like it very much.
The annual event is held each August and draws thousands of spectators from around the world. This year, the trophy was won by members of the Palathuruthi Boat Club, local media reported. Well, that's all in tonight's edition. We'll see you same time tomorrow. Good night.